There's some asparagus right there, wild asparagus, that tall, ferny looking one. One of our most ancient plants right here, this is the horsetail fern. This is wild rose. When I was growing up in Vail, it was a much more sleepy town that was really only open in the wintertime for skiing. And over the years, it's grown tremendously with international tourism really picking up and many, many more people here. I think it's really nice when tourists arrive that they can maybe leave the busy pace of where they've come from behind and settle in here and realize this is a special place, almost like a refuge, a retreat where they can relax and connect with nature. Our Restore the Gore program is really trying to maintain and improve the health of our creek that runs through the village. It's really the heart of our village.
So the reason we're out here every September is really to capture a snapshot of both the flows in the stream and the water chemistry of the streams.
Gore Creek has suffered the impacts of about 60 years of development since Vail was founded in the early 1960s. In that relatively short period of time, we've seen rapid change in this watershed, in the hydrology of this watershed.
Flow is 1.43.
1.43.
Vail has an adopted environmental sustainability strategic plan, which establishes goals in 6 major sector areas, including waste diversion, energy efficiency and climate, ecosystem health, social and economic development, public education, and mobility. The Climate Action Plan for the Eagle County community has some ambitious goals, including a 25% reduction of greenhouse gas emissions by 2025, 50% by 2030, and 80% by 2050. Mobility and transportation make up the 2nd largest greenhouse gas emission contributor in Vail. And as such, we're trying to reduce those emissions. And so we have several different initiatives going on. We are working to electrify our entire bus fleet, and by 2050, 100% of the vehicles in Vail will be fully electric or zero-emission vehicles. We launched an electric bike share program called Shift Bike. We have launched the eVail Courier program, small electric delivery vehicles that make that last mile delivery to businesses. We even have a behavior change program called the Soul Power Green Commuting Challenge, where we're trying to get residents to use human-powered forms of commuting instead of driving their vehicles. Our main goal is to get both visitors and residents alike to shift their mindset, shift their behavior, and shift their ride. Earlier today, we did an electric bike handoff to a gentleman named Sonam. He was a recipient of our E-Bikes for Essentials program, which is a local equity program that provides electric bikes to a handful of income-qualified Vail residents who are committed to getting out of their single occupancy vehicles and to commit to using an electric bike as their main form of transportation during non-snow months.
For thousands of years, this valley has really been a home for so many types of wildlife. So we are working hard to improve the habitat, especially for the bighorn sheep. So we're doing some controlled burns there and really trying to increase the forage there.
As kind of a higher calling and as a race, as a species, humans have the ability to make decisions and pursue efforts to be a good steward of how we interact with the natural world. So it's perpetuating the presence of these species, not only for our own enjoyment, but for future generations.
Something we're really proud of is providing homes for some of the key workers in Vail. We really couldn't have such a great destination and community here without all of those people.
You know, we live in a community that's dependent on workers. You know, everyone thinks of fire and police, and you might not think of the frontline hospitality worker or the people that actually make the mountain go. The Chamonix neighborhood provides an opportunity for the working families of Vail. We have dual income households, we have lots of kids in the neighborhood. Our workforce housing is infrastructure. These are people we need to keep here, we need to keep engaged, we need to keep the culture of a ski town, a resort community alive.
Vail has been dedicated to environmental sustainability for decades, but we realize we still have a lot to do. It's an ongoing process. We've got very lofty goals. We want to get them accomplished. We need to. We need to be responsible as a leader among other destinations around the world. So every day we're doing the best we can to make progress towards our goals.